I love those. So funny looking.
That thing is like 100 screens.
Is that how they do that?
Yeah, you can see the little squares. Watch when it turns black. There's a food court down there.
These? Oh, maybe if it's underneath this. All the people they caught. Let's go check them out.
I think he told me it was. Or the tunnels. That's what I was talking about.
طاسه شوي بعدين صمشني يعني
Yeah.
Ja Salvi.
Disagree. Like, it's. I thought it was wrong. It's way up by Canada.
Yeah, I
Oh, okay, I will ask.
A beleza coexiste. Non somina, guetande, passa sozinha.
Gotta figure out a way to get over there.
Misschien is het eerst.
Check out this first. Look at the size of these.
Ja. Deze zoeken.
Zero.